Alright my friends, so it's time for us to create a React component, connect it to the Redux store and display some information. Let's go ahead and do that. So here inside my source folder as well, I'm gonna create a new folder. Let's call it components like this. And in this components folder, I'm gonna have my component file, which will be, let's call it course list. Course list will make sense. And inside this course list, we need a JavaScript file. So course list.js. And I'm just going to make it a functional component. So like this, because the store or the state we are going to get it from the state in Redux. So that's why we do not need even to create a class-based component, because the state management will be done in Redux. And I'm just going to generate my code like this. So course list. All right, now it's time for us to talk how we are going to connect this dude to Redux. It is really simple, and the steps are really the same. So here I'm just gonna, first of all, this is the first step, which is to import the connect function from react-redux library. The first step, what? It is to import the connect function from react-redux. So import, it's a function from react-redux. This is the first step, which is to import the connect. Come on, dude. What I have did. All right. So connect function from react-redux. This is the first step. All right. The second step, it is to wrap the component. When you are trying to export it, you have to wrap the component with the connect function as well as fire it up. So I'm gonna wrap it like this, and here I'm just gonna fire my connect function. So let me show you. Here is, let me just give some space between, yeah. So here we are trying to fire the function, and here we have wrapped our component with these two parentheses. All right, so we want to connect it, all right, to our Redux store. This is the same steps for any React application, so you can even write it down, repeat it several times for a component and delete them and so on, so it will make more sense. All right, so we have added this structure. What is the next step? The connect function right here will receive two parameters, or it will ask us to give it two parameters. The first one, it's a function, all right, that will go ahead and grab the information from the state, from the store that we need, all right. The second one, we will ignore it for the time being. We will focus on it later on. So here we have to give it a function. I'm just gonna call it get courses from store. You can say any name that you wish. All right, but later on I'm gonna talk about the best practices in Redux, and you will see a specific name right here. All right, so that you will follow by convention, but for the time being I just have given the first parameter. It's a function called get courses from store, and the second parameter, ignore it for the time being. All right, and here we have to create this function here. So I'm gonna create it right here. So I'm just gonna say constant get courses from the store, and this arrow function right here like this. All right, and this function right here will receive the state as a parameter. So the state like this, it will be received automatically, and this state, it is the exact same state that we have it right here inside our initial state. All right, very simple. All right, so here our state will be the exact same stuff that we are going to combine right here. All right, not the state right here, the state right here that we have created ourselves, but it will be the exact same object that we have it right here. Make sense? So let me prove that to you instead of talking. So here what I'm gonna return an object. This is one of the rules that you have to follow in Redux, which is when you are gonna pass a function in our connect, in this case we are passing the get courses from store, you have to return an object from this function. Why is that? Because this function, what it's gonna do, it's gonna take whatever will be returned from it and set it as a props for this component. All right, you have to return an object from this function. Why is that? Because this object will be set as a props, and the props is object, so that makes sense. All right, now here what I'd like to do, first of all let's go ahead and just log the state so we can understand what we want to return, or at least what we can return. So here I have to return a div so I can remove that error. I'm gonna open my terminal and say npm start. All right, we are gonna start the server. Okay, I already have our application here running, so I'm gonna run it on a different port. That is no problem, or there is no problem. And here I'm gonna wait for my development server. Yeah, we have all the issue. Okay, very good. You likely forgot to export your component from file. It is defined. I have a problem right here. What is the problem, dude? So it's telling us that inside your index.js. Okay, inside my index.js, I am trying to render my app component, but if you open the app component, it's an empty component. We have to fill it with some content. Come on, buddy, I don't want to get any error. All right, I want to focus on Redux, buddy. So here we have it right here. I'm just gonna open my console because we want to see the state. All right, so I'm gonna open it up. We can see we got nothing because we have to render our course list inside our app component, so it will be rendered. All right, so I'm just gonna say course list, and it will be imported here on the top automatically. Switching back, we can see our console.log right here that comes from the course list line 13, and it is the exact same line where I am doing my console.log. And if I open it up, we will see it has a property called courses, and this courses it has our array like this, because it's an object and it has one property, and this property it's in our array, right? So what does this mean? All right, so I want to explain this. Where does all this comes from? Because if you take a look here, we are trying to log the state, but it has a lot of nested properties. Let's go ahead and take them one by one. All right, so the courses, it is an object. All right, this is the state. We already know it's an object. I'm gonna open it up. We can see it has the first property which called courses. All right, and this courses right here, it is the exact same thing right here. It is this one right here, the reducer name. And if I change it to something else, so I'm just gonna change it to courses list. So I want to prove that for you. So courses list, I have changed them in both cases. I'm gonna switch back. We can see it is the reducer name. All right, it is the reducer name. Okay, how about this courses array? Well, very simple. If you take a look on our reducer, in our course list reducer, we are trying to return the state, which will be this case the initial state, and the initial state has our courses. So now we know where these courses and these names comes from. How easy is that, right? So very simple and very straightforward. Now I'm gonna do a few stuff. I'm gonna change this back, or let's leave it as a course list because it makes more sense. I'm gonna remove my state. All right, we do not need it anymore. So in this video we have connected our course list component to our store, so you can take this theory and apply it to any React component that you want to build. These the same steps, and we have a task for you. I want you to go ahead and create 3 or 4 components and connect all of them to the Redux store. Once you connect them and you log the state, I want you to remove all of them and delete them so you can follow along with me. It is just a task. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, my friends, so much for watching. See you in the next one.